Hello, in this video tutorial I will show you how to install nanoCAD on your system. So I have the build of nanoCAD Pro. You need to choose the right build before you go for the installation. So on this case I have built for 64-bit system. So I have 64-bit system. So I took the right build for the 64-bit system. So you need to choose wisely. Either it is 32 or 64, so you should use the right build. So I got the build of 64-bit nanoCAD Pro. On the build I can it's better to choose run as administrator. It's a self-extracting exe, so it will take few minutes to extract the whole installer and start the installations eventually. The build is total around 576 megabyte. So as you can see, on your hard disk it will take space around 400 to 500 megabyte of space. I have a systems of 1 terabyte of hard disk space and 4 GB of RAM and Windows 7 as OS operating system. So now the installer will start the installation. So it will take few more seconds. So now on this pop-up I should click on next. So as I can see that I have nanoCAD 64-bit Pro 10. So I'll click next and I'll accept the terms and conditions. You can read the terms and conditions of installations on this. So these are the terms and conditions. I'll click next, and now on the user section I'll write my name. So and the company I'll write nanoCAD India, and you need the serial number. One thing you need to notice that you have a tick mark. I have a serial number. Once you click the tick mark to on, that means you have the serial number, and you need to provide the serial number before you proceed next. But if you do not have serial number, the moment you trying to install the applications, you should turn off this tick mark. So now you can proceed next. As I have serial number with me, I'll turn on this option on. These options, if you are going to install the applications without having the serial number, then the applications will run as demo. So things you can open and you can work on the applications to view different functions and to try different file different DWG files, opening and editing those files. But the problem will be in demo versions that you cannot save anything. But as I have serial number, so I'll turn this option on and I will copy the serial number. So on this I'll go to I have the serial number on this, so I'll copy the serial number and I'll paste it. So I need to check if I paste the serial number correctly. So the serial number is correct. I'll click next. So it will give you the directory where the applications will get installed. By default it will go to C drive. So on my case this is okay. So I'll press next, and the second options, associate extension DWG and DWT. So I'll keep this turned on. That means that I'm going to associate all the DWG and DWT with the applications nanoCAD Pro 10. So I'll press next. So now if I click on install, it will start the installations of the application. So install. So it will take another few minutes to install the whole applications, but the overall installation time is less than any other CAD applications if you compare. So it will take few minutes. So now the installer will appear like this, and it will ask for the launch to registration wizard now. So the application is installed on the system, and it will ask for the registration. So I'll turn this tick mark on, and I'll click on finish. So it will open the registration wizard. So as you can see, you have three different options for the registration. The first option is the options to register online. The next one is to register manually. That means that you will receive the license file from us, and you can use the license file to activate the products. The next option will be connect to license server. So this is a standalone installations. If you are installing on the network, so in that case your server will be ready somewhere else, and from the client system you need to run the registration wizard, and you need to connect to the server using this option. So in my case I will choose register online, activate online, register to activate or activate license file. Keeping that option turned on, I'll click on next, and the serial number I had used in the beginning, that will appear on this wizard as well. So you need to click on next, and this little user informations dialog box will appear. So where you need to give the correct informations. The email ID, this email ID, you should type the email ID correctly. So my email ID is arun@nanocad.in, and my company is NanoCAD India. So this is okay. So one thing you need to remember, the email ID should be exactly the same when you requested the NanoCAD serial number. The registered email ID, you need to be the correct serial number. So keeping all the informations correct in this user informations dialog box, you should click on next, and now this license registrations data will appear. So on this system I have the MAC ID. So ID 1 is stands for MAC ID. So this is my system MAC, and ID 2 is stands for volume disk ID. So these two informations is appear on this dialog box, and along with the other informations like build number and company name and the serial number, that's CD key. Sometime if you need manual license, you can just select all the informations appear on this dialog box. You need to copy the informations and just paste on notepad. So you can open a text file, paste the informations, and you can save the text file and send to us. Using these informations will make the license for you, so you don't need to call the license online if your system is not connected to the internet. So I'm ready for going to next tab. So I'll click next, and it will give you some informations about the license, where it will get stored, and how the license will be attached to your system. So you should read the informations. I'm okay with this information, so I'll press yes. So now there are different options. Now you can either go for online activations, you can go for email, you can use your accounts at nanocad.com, you can use the account to get activate, and you can also save the informations as a license request files, and that you can send to us, and we'll make the license and we'll send to you. So on my case, I will choose request license file online. Keeping that selected, I'll click on next, and now this is the process of connecting to the nanoCAD server and fetching the license and stored to the specific license path. So now it says that I have received the license successfully, and the license is stored on this locations on my system. So if I go to this locations, I should find my license. So I'll click and I'll say I would like to go to this location, so I should receive my license on this directory. So nanoCAD server will drop a license file to this directory. So this is fine. Now I should go to next, and I should finish the installation and activation process now. So I'm done with the installation process and the activations. One icon will appear on the desktop, so I'll click on the icon to open nanoCAD 10, nanoCAD Pro 10. So now nanoCAD 10 will ask you to migrate all the settings you had in the previous versions of nanoCAD. That's 8 or 8.5. So I had installed 7 and 8, so I can say I can hide the old versions. I can just turn on the previous version. So I have 8 or 8.5. So I keeping selected the previous versions, you can click on migrate to bring all the settings from the previous versions of nanoCAD Pro, or you can skip the process. On my case, I will migrate those settings from the previous versions of nanoCAD. So it will migrate all the settings from the previous versions of nanoCAD. So nanoCAD opens up, and in the beginning you will find this welcome screen. So there are different options like website, help and support portal. You can go to forum, you can discuss with the developers if you need to develop certain functions in nanoCAD, and you have your own personal cabins for the discussions with the developers and other support issues. And you can also find all other specialized products on top of nanoCAD. So nanoCAD vertical products, and there are some file explorer in the left hand side, and you can follow us on social media. So this is in the beginning. You will find the welcome screen. From the previous from the next onwards, if you do not like to see the welcome screen in the beginning, you can click on these options and click close, so it will hide these options from the next time you open nanoCAD Pro. So in this options, the next options, the immediate next options will appear on your screen is to check the graphics settings on your system. So if you press OK, based on your system specifications, nanoCAD will guide you a few of the settings, few of the options to work perfectly on your system. So you should click on OK, and this is the trial versions, the trial serial number. for 30 days. So this message will appear. On your case, it may or may not be appear if you are not using the trial serial number. But if you are using trial serial number to activate or to test nanoCAD, so this message will appear. So I'll click OK. So it should work fine now. So if I click new, so nanoCAD model space will be ready for drawing. Here you go. So things are ready for your work. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any problems or during installations, or you have any specific questions regarding nanoCAD installations, please comment. You can send us email to support. Will definitely help. Thank you very much.